Hello, and welcome to Rolling Escapades Season 2, Episode 3, Part 2. There's a lot less twos in that now, which is quite nice. It's still Dungeons & Dragons, it's still 9 dudes, we're still having fun, it's still on the internet.
Episode 22.
Sponsor is still Death Die. Chainmail things, linked in the description. There's still the link to the artist stuff, still the Patreon and all the Instagram, the Twitter and the Facebooks. All of the stuffs are there. Go click and explore. Quick.
But with slightly more enthusiasm than Liam just said.
Yeah. Woo! Go do it!
No, I liked it before.
Yeah. I preferred.
Go
back to dead
start.
inside Liam.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Real Liam.
Quick recap, you guys were finishing off the hunting of the creatures in the caverns. You went and found the Hive Lord, the Kruthic Hive Lord, you later found out is what it's called. Went up and told Governess Eldeth about it. She paid you 1,500 gold pieces, minus the 200 that Shamshir wanted kept to help replenish the missing animal or lost animals of the farmers.
They weren't missing.
We found them.
Mystery solved.
Well, you definitely haven't found all of them, because only some disappeared from tunnels.
And there was the last one that was just ripped to pieces on
Yeah.
the surface.
Yeah.
Whereas these ones are clearly bringing it back as opposed to leaving them up there.
Yes.
Generally, at least.
Yep. The 4 sheep that were brought down, the only real mark they had was the fact they'd been skewered.
The vampires and the blender, yeah.
Or Edward Scissorhands.
I thought we were calling him the Shredder. Is that not?
No.
Are we going to find some turtles then?
We end up fighting Ninja Turtles on this campaign.
Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a whole other story.
Do
Is that going to be one of our holiday campaigns?
It'll be our short adventures.
It's 4 people. You are the Ninja Turtles.
Anyway, Governess Eldeth paid you. She gave you a writ so you could talk to the farmers, and if there were anyone proved to be difficult and unforthcoming, you could hand it over to show that you had her authority and that she had hired you to do these tasks. And then you left the fortress and were heading back into town towards the Apothecary. So, you make your way across town, enter into the Apothecary. You see, as you step inside the door, shelves and baskets full of various herbs and plants are sort of orderly placed around the shop. The windows are quite heavily blocked by a lot of plant life sitting in front of it.
You should feel at home, Shamshir.
And there's a very strong smell of like herbs and flowers and stuff in the air. At the back of the apothecary is a middle-aged human male sitting at a shop counter, currently pestle and mortar in hand, who's grinding something in the mortar. As you enter, there was also sitting on his shoulder an owl, which turns to look at you and hoots, softly hoots as you enter. Making your way over towards him, the human doesn't look up, he just keeps grinding into his mortar and says, "Bear with me with 1 second, nearly done." Continues to grind for a bit.
Take your time, no worries.
Can
Then
I
he,
look around the shelf to see if any of what ingredients he's got? If
Herbs.
Any are particularly rare?
not really, not
Okay.
really rare herbs. He's the only apothecary in town. There's not many people to warrant selling. You know, he sells to the locals.
So what tea?
He then pours like a clear liquid into the mortar, mixes it up, and then pours the whole thing into a vial, which he corks.
Well, we know it's not a health potion because it doesn't have chicken.
He hands the vial to the owl, which picks it up in one of its talons, that's the word, before it takes off and flies over to a shelf to place it on a shelf. and then flies back and lands on his shoulder.
That's a mighty well-trained merge you have there.
Yeah, as that's happening, he stood up, sort of stretched out his back, rotated his neck a bit, then sat back down, looked around. Yeah, well, you know, helps when you talk to them.
Good to know.
I'm Sten Rymod. You're new. Hi.
I'm glad we found you, Sten. We are the Errant Guard.
Pleasure. I'm the Apothecary. I help with natural remedies from people who don't visit the temples. Sleeping potions, antitoxins, that sort of thing. How can I help?
Well, you may have heard about Erik, the young acolyte.
Yes.
Well, amongst other things, we're attempting to track him down, and we were thinking, we might ask your advice and maybe pick your brain. You're apparently the expert for knowledge of the wooded areas.
Well, one in specific, the one to the west.
Work out directions.
Is that in character? He does that.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have knowledge of the west one. That's where I go to collect my herbs.
Is that the one we're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Good.
I mean, there's not much I can tell you. It's a forest.
Any threats, dangers?
Not that I've experienced.
Nothing's changed recently.
Maybe. I don't know. I've not been out in maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Last time I went, I normally only go to collect herbs. When I last went, I got a pretty decent batch and a very productive day of collection. I haven't needed to go back to replenish my stores since.
Inside check.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think I could. Well, that could have been worse.
24.
Not that good.
Better prepare myself and write this down in advance.
You are getting a note.
Yay, expertise.
So what is it about this town where every single shopkeeper has a special, like, pet to help them run the place?
I don't think the.
Can I?
I was about to say soup dragon. It's not a soup dragon.
21.
Nearly.
That
Ale-
works surprisingly
ale-
well.
While everyone's talking, can I just start sitting down and ritually cast speak with animals?
Sure.
I don't think the Eldrakes are born 3 pet. It's
Got
more
21
forced
Liam
upon
on
him.
that as well.
But that's true, but still.
When
Same.
anyone was rolling insight, did anyone?
I
else?
did. I didn't get high enough.
Okay.
You can try. You might.
I mean, what was the number you got?
Inside. 15.
Pass the note down as well.
I was not thinking something that high. Cool. Would you like it back or should I just hold on to it?
You can hold on to it. It's fine.
Oh, actually, I'll take that.
Thank you, Destai, for your business cards using for notage.
They've been used as bookmarks.
That's very true.
They're great for that.
They're great
really
bookmarks
are.
as well. I have 7.
There's a lot in my
Cool.
dark
You're
fantasy
ritually
book.
cast to speak with animals.
I'm going to ask him that we heard he was looking for someone to look for new herbs. So why can't he go himself?
Oh well,
Since you said it's
I've
so
given
safe.
up trying
Actually, I
to
don't
explain
think
to the
so.
miners. It's just if anyone is in the forest, if they collect some stuff and bring it back, I'll pay them. I'm not necessarily asking people to specifically go herb collection. I don't
Right.
need any at the moment. Just if you're going, feel free to bring me some stuff back.
Okay then.
That's basically it. Specifically, if you're going, what I'm looking for is
Oh
Gorith.
shit, I was meant to say I cast a spell.
What?
Oh no.
What was that first one?
Gorith.
Counterspell.
So, how was that?
Gorith.
How was that spell?
However you want to spell it.
Rory.
Gorith.
Wait, what?
Gorith. We spelled it silly.
Uther root. And epinol.
Yeah, ethanol.
Lithium.
Epinol.
Oh, right.
Do I know what
No,
those are
was it?
used in?
Anyone who wants to see if they know what it is, make a nature check.
Do I get advantage for herbalism?
Yes.
Well done.
Oh, never know.
This dice is mine now. Hold on.
Oh, you have it back. That teased a
It was
lot.
like on a 19. It was like, even fuck you. And went
And
to
it
three.
kind of held between the two and then fell to the 3.
I was
Oh,
doing
it's fine. I
defensive,
just
I
rolled
did
another
before.
fucking 2.
Maybe.
Rolled better than Nathan.
Yeah.
I've rolled
Should've
so
used the blue
many
dice.
2s today.
19.
19.
I
Chapter.
got like a 3 plus something.
I mean,
like
for this you don't know.
I got an
2 plus
18.
1,
18,
3.
18.
Ten.
Non-natural 20.
Cool.
That's the
Thirteen.
verb.
Thirteen.
It's a
Project
spell with
you
me
are
making
not
different
as well.
animal noises. I'm just making hoot noises a lot at the moment.
Gorith is a
Your mouth squeaked.
type of vine. Specifically, it's the leaves that are collected. They're used in sleeping potions. Ufa root is the root of the Ufa flower. It's a flower commonly found in forests, and it's red leaves and red petal, and a yellow head.
What's it usually used in? What's that one used in?
That's it's used as a sort of general healing remedy. It's used to help heal illnesses and stuff. Like essentially, it's
It's a
like
cure-all.
essentially it's like ibuprofen. And then epinol is a mushroom, again commonly found in forest, that is used as an ingredient in healing potions. It is not chicken.
No, you put the mushroom with the chicken.
Sounds like good. a
Maybe
nice
it's
dinner
very
around.
advanced mushroom chicken.
Then you put it in a blender and then it becomes a health potion.
So
Yeah,
two are
that's-
used
that's
in
happening.
healing potions.
One's used in healing
Special
remedies.
one.
Oh, healing
The
remedies.
other one's in
The
healing.
one's healing potions, which is
Okay.
And
Would
one's
I,
jet
would I,
like
do I actually recognise them if I was to see them?
yeah. I mean, you've
I've used
Yeah.
them. That's why I was.
yeah.
Okay.
Is it widely known within town that you are looking for these herbs?
I mean, I say I would like some. The miners regularly think what I mean is I would like someone to always go look for me. Just if you're in the direction, grab some for me. I'll pay you.
Would the acolyte have been aware that he was looking for herbs?
Possibly, yeah. I think he went missing on his rounds. I doubt he would have gone into the forest on his rounds. They've got a pretty set schedule just to get around and make sure the blessings are done. It's windy today.
yeah. Well, in that case, I think we best.
Are there
Make
any myths or legends about the forest? Really some good stories.
I think that's just the forest.
Not really. That I know of. It's just a small little forest. It's not even named.
You're always after a story, aren't you?
Well, thanks.
If you find anything, bring it back. I will pay you. I'll give you 2 silver per pound of Gorith, 3 silver per pound of Ufa root, and 5 silver per pound of Epinol.
225, yeah.
235.
235.
Lim.
Yo.
The herbal shit that I have,
Mm-hmm.
would I still have some on me? Because if I do, I want him to identify what ingredients there are.
No, you would have drank all of that.
Cool, okay.
What's this?
Nothing.
Shade's being a shady motherfucker again.
Uh-huh.
Yes, no, that would have. That was specific instructions that was needed to all be drank. Cool.
Leaves our party, goes off to his own little drinking club. I see what's going on here. Stumbles home drunk as anything into a bush.
Beaten up by a bush. It's making more sense now.
Like character, like player.
You gotta have a bit of truth in every character, you know?
Okay, then so
Shall we, go looking for the
don't-
acolytes?
yeah.
I mean, we've already left.
So I think the most sensible thing to do will be talk to the farmer or the farmstead that he last visited.
We're walking out the door.
What the fuck? Oh, okay, whatever.
Oh
You're
yeah,
doing your
at this point,
thing.
yeah, you finished asking to speak with animals. You can now talk to the owl. What would you like to say to the owl?
Do you want to finish what you were doing first? No, please continue. So
I'm
I hoot
interested
at the
in
owl.
owls.
Yep.
you actually go hoot 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 in owl.
Yes.
Yeah, none of you can understand.
No, are you saying hoot as in owl as?
All right, no. Basically, it says it can tell me the location of nearby. Give me information about nearby locations of monsters. It says including in what they can perceive or have perceived in the past day, but I guess.
You're going to see the inside of the shop.
No, but it says including, so it
Oh.
probably suggests other
Yeah.
things as well. I guess. But that's for the inside. I ask it if it's always with Sten.
It says yes.
I ask it if
Yeah.
it likes the forest that it goes to sometimes.
Yeah, it's a pretty good forest. As far as forests go.
Is there anything it avoids there?
So no.
Not really.
Nothing scary.
Not the time it's been there, but it's been. It can't. It implies it hasn't been in a long time.
Yeah.
Because it can't count.
And I ask if Sten treats it well.
Yep.
Okay. Damn.
You say damn in common?
No, I hoot.
Okay.
I say
Are,
damn.
are you
Actually,
quizzically
I
looking
meow.
at him?
Yes.
Swearing an owl.
I think Paul and I are both loose.
Swears an owl.
As you guys are sort of leaving, Sten does actually one more thing before you go. If you wanted to check up on the forest, I could ask some of the animals to go look.
So stop.
Of course he's a fucking druid. It's not difficult to work out.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do that, I can see through its eyes while it's looking.
We're going now. You're here.
Mm.
Will they find him?
I can ask them to.
Then
Where are you heading to? Are you heading to the place Erik disappeared? Or the
Yes,
last place you
yes.
went? Yes, you're heading to the Vinton family.
Indeed.
And I'll ask some of the animals to go have a look. And if they find anything, I'll fly over to the Vinton family and I'll let you know.
Wonderful.
Thanks
With
very
beast
much,
sense,
Mm-hmm.
it says for the duration of the spell, you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. So does that mean I can just switch in and out for an hour?
Yes, I would say so.
What's that look?
Yeah, but when you're seeing through its eyes and hearing what it hears, you can't see through your eyes or hear through your own ears. So you're blind and deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of it, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you can switch between the two, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, you are blind and deafened to your own surroundings.
That's fine, I'll just run in a direction and hit things.
Or just stand still.
That's right, you can control your own body through the eyes of another.
So we're going to be
Hand on your
periodically
shoulder.
harassed by wildlife.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I guess it'll come over to it and I can actually talk to it, I guess.
Yeah. Sten goes out through a back door. I think it comes back with a crow. Sort of talks to the crow. But he doesn't speak with animals. He just says to the crow, go check out the forest. If you find anything, come out to the dwarf over there.
Oh, well, so everyone can understand him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask some friends to help. And let me know. And then opens up the
We
door.
were already like
Halfway out the door.
Yeah.
So the door's open and the
Yeah. So he goes.
So it just flies past.
It just flies past you and flaps off towards the forest.
Yeah, no.
I say see ya and crow.
I guess
See
we
you
shout
now.
that.
After it.
I'm like right next to your ear as well.
Thank you. Right, we must
Right.
we must get on this trail
Clinton
before it gets
family,
any
let's go.
colder.
Awesome. So you pick out the map that Kara gave you, which she, for ease, also marked on some of the families that had tunneling incidents and the farmsteads that had just things being taken. Interesting point. The tunneling sort of covers around all the farmsteads. The animals disappearing where there's no tracks are all very focused towards the western side of the town.
So the Penrose farm is in the way in the direction we're heading.
Penrose?
Oh.
Vinton and Kashash.
No, but male Penrose, he's
Oh,
the one
okay,
who had
yeah.
the ox that got ripped up.
Yes.
Is that right?
He is on the eastern side. On
So
the
he's the other
eastern side.
direction.
He's the other direction.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. He's the direction you guys walked into town from.
Okay,
Roughly.
good to know.
I'm hoping that that's related to what we've already dealt with.
I think that is the case.
Although we did establish that
No,
the
'cause
creatures
that-
underground
that-
have been moving the animals rather than leaving
Yeah,
them.
that guy just has his ox shredded. There's no trace of anything moving,
Yeah.
which is the water. Like all stuff in the forest. He's an outlier. He's the
anomalous.
yeah. He doesn't fit with the pattern.
No, no, he stands out quite like a sore thumb. But I
Anyway,
still think
let's go
show
find
west.
Erik.
Cool. So you make your way towards the Vinton family.
I need a tea break.
Family. You need a tea break?
I'm tea breaking.
You guys start walking out of town, and Derek sits down.
Are we taking
I
a short
sit
rest
down
then?
to short rest, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that here or?
It is as good as anywhere.
What's the weather like at the moment?
It's overcast. It's chilly. It's not raining.
Can we see the pub or place that we're staying
I mean,
at?
it's not very far to get to the pub. You
Can
can,
we
you
not
can head
have a
over
tea
to
break
the,
inside?
Heavenly Hall.
You can sit on my shoulder if you want to make tea while we're going.
No, I need fire.
Just
Literally holding the can.
I just start walking.
You guys go to the Heavenly Hall. You sit down.
Is there anyone else in?
There is not. No.
Awesome. Okay.
It's just Milo.
Might we have use of one of your private parlours?
Yep.
Thank you.
Easy enough. There's no one there, so you go ahead.
Yeah. Distribute the money, 100 gold to everyone. The remainder we'll keep in the in a party fund in Central.
I pass back the 100 gold to you.
Okay then.
So minus your 200, yeah.
It's
So
1300.
it's 1300
Cool.
divided by
And we're dividing it.
divided by 7. In fact,
We're not dividing it.
We're doing
I mean
100
I've
each
given
and
away
then
a
part-
share already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're just going to do 100 gold each, and the rest will stay in the party fund.
So it was
Sure.
200 from the party fund, or 100 from the party fund and 100 from your funds, which I think we can all not really care too much about.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So there should be 500 gold in the party fund.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, 600 gold in the party fund.
I will.
And this is constituting a short rest, yeah?
Yeah, you guys have a short rest. Yeah.
Okay.
I play my flute.
Cool. Song of Healing. Rest. Whatever.
Rest.
How are you doing hit die? Because do you want us to declare however many we use
I thought during the
beforehand,
session
or
zero
do
you
we
said
just
we
keep
could just keep rolling.
I think I did. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
can just
Oh.
you can just roll as you want to
Do
roll.
I roll the d6 and that's for everyone?
Yes.
So everyone gets that anyway.
3.
If they spend a hit die, so you
If
have
you
to spend a hit die. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 600.
Nice.
I'm going to take a second to use my item.
Where is the hit dice stuff?
Okay.
You do short rest and then it'll
I
be.
got it, okay. That's the one.
Is that adding
And
his
look
3
at
for
it.
Song of Rest?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
There you go.
I will use 3. I will use. Actually, I'm going to first. So that's 2
Hmm?
rolls. 2.
No, I was I forgot to add your Song of Rest, which gave me the 1 extra hit point to get to maximum.
10.
Happy to help.
Yeah, so it's really good.
Wow. How much was it from yours?
3.
3.
Is it just straight roll or is it add? and
Add
then-
con.
Yeah, I'd con per hit dice.
No,
That was
it's Song
very
of Rest.
accurate.
Oh yeah, that's just
One
straight roll.
d6.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
I managed to get perfect with 3 dice.
Perfect. Cool. Also, you remember.
Do I have to spend the whole time bandaging myself?
Huh?
Am I just, if I'm using hit dice, is that like spending the whole time
Essentially,
just
yeah. You,
covering
you
wounds
spend a
and-
hard time covering
Okay,
wounds.
cool.
Yeah. Eating food. There's not much else you can do on the short rest.
Mhm.
Guess I can help with that. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. So yeah, hit dice, spend, regain anything that regains on a short rest. You can meditate for half an hour.
Shamshir, it was very noble of you to give your gold away like that. I'm very pleased we're on the same team.
Yes.
It didn't seem right for the people to suffer and have no way out. How are they meant to regain the money they lost from their animal when that was their source of income, their livelihood?
I'm curious, Liam, how much is an average cow worth?
About 15 gold.
There. Or 3 magic beans.
I think 3 magic beans is worth more than 15 gold.
And Thornberg, when you go to the temple to train, I'll come with you and help it anyway. Okay.
Alright, thanks. I'll let you know when I'm going.
Let's see if we can do some more good today.
You all teed up? Pinky and everything.
Hang on.
There we go. That's
got a
the
drip.
start.
Also, it's
Spot.
tea.
Is that because you changed it from H to T? Yeah.
Cool. So you guys, short rested, make your way.
What's the time of day? 'Cause it's still quite early, I thought.
No, it's probably like lunchtime. I believe,
Yeah.
isn't it?
We'll just very quickly.
Because up and down the hill it's 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably about 12, 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Plus a short rest for an
plus
hour.
plus a short
I was
rest.
including that.
And we were speaking to Sten and her again.
Swimming in lava.
Swimming in lava. Just casual Monday.
Wait, what?
Casual Monday. Don't know what Friday's like. It just gets
And then
even
on
worse.
session 5, we
Well,
all wake up.
I mean, Friday, if there isn't a dragon, it's about
Yeah.
1 day.
You're doing something wrong.
What's that? About 1 o'clock?
About 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds
Cool.
about right.
Do we want to go to the farmstead that he was last seen at, or the Winston family, or actually check the trail that he would have been travelling?
I want to start at the last farmstead and then
take the route
do
we would
that.
take to get to the other one.
Precisely.
We can start there, but what I'm asking is whether we want to talk to the people living there.
We could just follow his route.
I would rather follow the route straight away,
I
unless
mean-
we suspect that the farmstead family had a meddling in his disappearance, but
Well, I think maybe we could,
for such a
maybe
small
1 or 2
village,
of us quickly speak with them,
I was going to ask them.
find out how he was when they spoke with him, whilst yourself and some others find and start following the tracks.
You do have the route marked on your thing.
Oh,
He quite clearly travels across the farms themselves. So you're going to be walking essentially across private land.
I was going
we
to
have-
ask for an escort by them.
We have
show
the
them
writ
the road.
of.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're still going to
where's
get.
that?
They're still farmers.
Yeah.
I was going to say, can they give us an escort to show us the route he would
Fancy
take, as
cars.
well as
Ramblers
so
Rise.
that we have someone to show that we are know that we're doing this.
You can go ask. She
Yeah.
didn't give you one before.
No, not her. I meant the actual farmers.
Oh right.
Speak with them, see if they can show us the route he takes, and so they know we're actually
We
on
know,
their
we've
land.
got a map.
You got a map of it. The farmers won't know the route it takes.
Yeah, we already know his route.
That's
We just need
the temple's route, not the
Yeah.
farmer's route.
Does it go close to those western woods?
It not like crosses. I mean, sort of closer than the town. Like that.
I mean, it
path-
doesn't
the
go up
path-
to the tree
it
line,
doesn't
but
go
it
up to the
still
tree
gets vaguely
the
close
point.
to it.
The point that particular route is the closest. He does pass like the closest point of the town to the woods. Yes.
And where he went missing was his next call going past that point where he's closest to the woods.
Yes. He was walking.
Mhm.
There was woods here, farmstead here, and he was heading across.
Yes.
And that's the closest point he gets to.
Yeah. He
Okay.
disappeared somewhere on that route. They don't
Okay,
know
cool.
where.
Yes, but we have to rule that last farm out. They could be lying.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but I still think there's something funky in those forests.
from
Well,
my
yeah.
experience, it would be very unusual for a community this small to have meddlings within murder. It's too much gossip, it's too hard to hide bodies, and news travels fast when you have a small number of people to spread it between. It's quite likely that he is somewhere in the forest, but I agree we shouldn't rule out the family on just an assumption.
It did spread quite quickly.
What
I
did
don't
you
think it will
make
take
of
too long.
the herbal?
Hell, even us
Oh,
talking
oh,
about
that's-
it could spread that as a rumor.
He's a druid. That's all you need to know.
Alright.
Should we make our way?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So where are you heading to?
So we want to go to that
Looking to
last farm we
farm.
knew he was at,
Yes.
and then we're gonna
Walk
track
the route
the route.
and then get to the point where we think he's disappeared and go into the forest essentially and
Okay.
not hit the other farmstead.
Well, follow the tracks. Whatever's there.
Yeah. If,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
If
but
we can find tracks, we'll pick on.
that's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
That's on shit.
How long did it be? 4 days was it? Or?
When you're rolling, I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll find it.
shit.
Uh,
Yeah, it would be pretty am good. I have to log into D&D Beyond to find that
It's
out.
I'm pretty sure it's 4 days.
Plus 4.
Mine
It's
is
before
Saves
days
me about
missing.
4.
Oh yeah.
Mine is 1.
Okay.
Wasn't much traffic.
So, you start making your way towards the sort of start of the route, as it were. Obviously, you are trying to head over. There's out from town. There are sort of loose pathways through the various farms that exist, so you're not crossing over.
Fields, but
Yeah,
paths.
going through fields, ruining crops or disturbing animals and whatnot. You start making your way to where it's marked the edge of the Minton family farmstead is, and begin doing what you can to sort of follow the paths to get to where his path started. It does drive you towards the farmstead, the actual set of buildings.
How close to the actual buildings?
As in, you're walking towards them,
Cool.
just on the basis that that's where
the
people.
path that comes out of their house.
Yeah.
Yeah. You notice on the way when you cross into the boundary, it seems to be a mostly animal farm. They have some crops, but it's mostly feed more than anything. And then everyone except for Eldoran and Icarus noticed that the
That's good to know.
Oblivious humans out there.
animal numbers in the fields are definitely a lot lower than what the fields could comfortably hold.
Yeah, that is something he would never see. There are animals.
Yeah, I have reasons for not knowing.
It's also just based on perception, but
But it fits.
It does somewhat fit.
yeah, the number of, without even, it's not like you're thinking of fill them up, you get this many more. It's comfortably, animals still having their space they need to roam and still be free range animals, but there's definitely a lot less in each of the fields than there should be, from what you can just sort of notice.
I think you were right to give that gold away. Good gods, these fields are bare.
I do not know if this will be enough gold to replace even a single farmer, but
What do you mean? There's loads of cows.
There's nowhere near enough.
You mean they're under farming?
No,
Oh.
as in, what did we find down? Yeah.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a noble just gets his food. He doesn't.
do you know how many litres of milk it takes to make a kilogram of cheese?
Why on earth do you
Not
know that,
a
Shamshir?
clue.
That's very specific knowledge.
But I know how many litres of blood there are in a dwarf.
Why a dwarf specifically?
We've all been places.
Pretty sure I know the amount of liters in a humans. That's okay.
I think I might know that one too.
Usually none when we're finished with them.
That's very true.
That does tend to be the answer.
What about an elf?
Same answer.
Slightly less, but then 0.
It always ends up at 0. It's quite an easy game.
As you guys are walking,
We're having that conversation.
Cracks those knuckles out. I'm like, oh dear.
you
I have issue walking with
It's battlefield humour.
You do notice,
Blood is very unpleasant.
sort of as you get closer, one of the fields you are coming up to, sort of on the pathway is it's probably a middle-aged human woman, blonde hair, in sort of your typical farmer's get-up, who has got
Which isn't dungarees, just
yeah.
tops.
Has got standing at a edge of a paddock, 4 horses there. She seems to be filling up a trough with feed, and then moving on to filling up another trough with water. Sort of puts down the water canister, steps back, stretches it back, and notices you guys walking towards her. And she sort of waits for you guys to get close before shouting out, "Afternoon. Who are you?"
Who's got the paper? Oh, good. I was just checking if someone was having it.
If in doubt, give the official shit to the Lord.
We are here on behalf of the governess. We're trying to find young Erik.
Ah, okay.
Who saw him last?
Well, we all sort of did. He left the farmstead and headed out towards the Kashash.
Who are you?
Sure, go ahead and make insight check.
Oh God!
Whack!
Oh, that's me.
Why am I making an inside check?
If you want to.
If you wanted
Said
to.
He left and walked off. Just checking that she's not lying about that. 17.
And then-
23.
Oh, nice.
On the
Yeah,
on
21.
the he left and went off. Yes. Cool. What was your sorry?
17.
17, 23,
21.
21.
You rolled a 1.
You're up,
Yeah,
fair enough.
wisdom.
It's 2.
She is
no, it's 8.
Oh.
she's lying.
What?
Oh.
How?
He
True.
left.
Mine was.
Right.
She definitely had like a twitch. Like,
Yeah,
like she was
okay,
like,
okay.
I, yeah, you could tell.
I'm terribly sorry. Our manners were given away before us because we didn't introduce ourselves. We must have been captivated by you. What did you say your name was?
I am Layla. Layla Vinton.
Would you mind telling us, Layla, the whole story of how Erik passed through here? Family and town are very worried.
I can do. You might be better suited talking to my husband, Sican. He's currently doing his share of the rounds with our daughter and son.
You mean around the farm?
Yes. He's out feeding some of the other folks. He's teaching Bessy what the ropes are, and he's keeping Galvyn occupied.
Do you want to lead us to him?
Well, what I'll do is I will take you back to the farmstead, and which the animals do need feeding. They are fed at regular times, so I will lead you back and finish what I'm doing, and then he will come back once he is done. It shouldn't take him much longer.
We are on a very tight schedule and we don't really want to waste any time.
Yes, he'll be maybe 30, 45 minutes. I mean, I'm not sure where on the farm he's going to be.
Well, I'm sure the 8 of us can help. We could speed this up greatly.
Do you know anything about feeding and looking after animals?
No, not really at all. We don't want to intrude.
I might. I
That-
just look at the skins I'm wearing.
Yeah. Point of interest.
Sorry.
Derek, Shade, and Shamshir.
Perceptions.
Just a moment. Do recall there is a giant hyena following us.
Oh yeah, yours.
No.
I cannot dismiss it. It will just follow us.
How long
You
does it last?
can tell it to fuck off though.
So send the giant hyena running off into the middle of it.
Or you could just tell it to sit in the inn
How long does it last?
Until dawn.
until dawn.
Pet.
You have a hyena until dawn.
Or we could just bludgeon the thing.
Or you could murder it.
Or you
Why
could
we
have
have
told
a
it to sit in
hyena?
the cavern.
Yeah, it's more that it might yet be useful. That's all.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
Okay, so you have the
guess it could track
hyena
something.
following you around or not?
she'll be
Probably not a good
terrible.
idea.
I'm gonna ask their opinions.
No,
All
she-
the farmers going to freak out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, the woman we're talking to is going
So leave the hyena and tell it to.
The druid would probably
Okay,
still freak
so
out.
so what's happened is Milo has locked the hyena in a room.
Cool.
Specifically, he's locked
It's
it
in
in
your
I
room.
told it to go to sleep until I return.
Shit and piss everywhere. When you
That's for 6
Cover the
seconds.
wall.
I know it's the worst.
Does
what's
the
the
giant
right-
hyena shit turn back into fluff?
Lots of little fluffs all around
Yes,
the
it's
Out of
not a real
curiosity,
creature.
Or is it going to be like a
What?
big pile of shit with a
Baby fluff hyenas. I don't know.
What about the tiger?
Irrelevant.
That's
That
gone.
died.
Died.
That died?
died,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So, but
And the
there is...
weasel, we have no
Yeah,
idea.
there's a weasel somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Weasel just weaseled off.
The thing is, it's a human-sized weasel that's been running. They would have gone into the dwarven mine. They didn't mention it.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. Cool. Hyena's locked back. Cool. Yes, right. I was
And
saying
you got to pay for damages,
that
I guess.
Derek, Shade, and Shamshir when she said about her husband keeping Galvyn occupied, there was a very, very brief pause between her saying what her husband was doing
Hey,
and her saying Galvyn, the son, and before saying occupied, and the smile that she sort of had greeting you diminished ever so slightly.
Forgive me, Layla, before we go anywhere, you said that he left.
Yes.
So why would your husband know anything more than him leaving? I don't think we can get much more information from him.
No, well, one of your companions asked for the full story. But I was, my husband was there for that. I saw him leave. I didn't see the conversation beforehand, but my husband didn't seem annoyed or any different. So I assume the conversation went well.
13.
20.
Did she initially say what her son was doing? I might have missed
She
it.
said he was.
Keep it on
He's being kept occupied by her husband.
Oh,
You look a little nervous there, Layla. Maybe instead what you should do right now is take us to your husband and little Galvyn, and we can have a quick chat now.
I can try. I'm not sure where they're going to be.
You just said they were feeding.
Yes, but there are lots and lots of animals to be fed. Oh, lots of fields to travel to. Not so many animals.
You also said regular times, yeah?
Yes.
What time is it?
It is 1 o'clock, roughly.
Okay, watch on the schedule for 1 o'clock.
The
Paul,
farms.
I'm sure these people are very busy. Would it be possible to wait at the farmstead for
Yes,
That's
it
what
should,
we
it should
originally
be done
suggested.
and back within the next sort of half an hour to an hour.
I think that will be fine, don't you?
If we're
You wanna
too
have a
busy
tea
to
break,
be
don't you?
waiting around, I'd rather head through the farm, see if we can find him, and if it takes.
How big is this farm?
Yeah, how big is the farm?
Putting this
Because
in the
we've got the
interest-
map and we've
Yeah, I mean
looking at that.
it's a decent
Putting
sized
this in
farm.
the
There's a
interest
good
of the group.
We're talking
I really
like
think we should go to where they are
multiple
now.
hectares.
Yeah.
I'm good at finding
like,
people,
it's a
so
big
Okay,
I
farm.
think she should take her best
We're not
bet and
walking around. That's
I'll
four
find the rest of the way.
If you think you can find them. 4 square mile blocks.
I think we have a solid lead.
So and after he went through your farm, he then just headed straight back to town.
No, he
Chat.
headed.
Who speaks
Ah.
Elvish here?
He headed across to the
Then
Shash
I'll
family.
I can speak to you in Elvish and the others will
Trying to
understand.
get your
Yeah.
help.
She's lying. Do not believe her.
Something's hard to tell. You do use this.
I reply
What the
back.
fuck did you just say?
He's trying.
Is that what you were questioning?
It's only about her son. That's not too important right now.
Yes.
It's interesting. I'm interested.
Did you not notice her twitch when she spoke about her son?
Yes, and I'm interested, but I don't think.
What the fuck are they going on about?
Are they just saying this right in front of us?
Yeah, that's
They're-
why
they're
I
talking
just
in
loudly
Elvish.
They
cleared it
are
out.
talking in Elvish.
Oh
I
right.
have no idea what they're saying.
Oh, I can hear you and understand. I think I speak Elvish.
Yes.
This is creeping me out. I suspect that we should find their son who is being kept busy and what else is being fed on the farm. And maybe we might find our missing person.
I disagree with how to go about it. I think we wait for them to come back, and we don't give away that we know anything by panicking or doing anything out of the ordinary.
But it would give her plenty of time to warn her husband. Whereas
Because
now,
she's here and they're away.
But she's going
but she
to
would go
find
to
them.
find the husband and bring them
I
to
speak
us.
Elvish.
We could make sure that we
This
keep
way
an
we
eye on
also
her
minimise the
throughout
time we
whole
stay
time.
here.
Can you
Bit
speak
of
Is it
false
literally,
alarm.
is it literally just the dwarves that don't
Yeah.
speak
so this has gone from a 3-person conversation to like basically just slowly more people are joining this conversation.
I mean, fuck it, we'll have a conversation in dwarfish then. They probably understand that as well.
She can probably understand you as well, though. Because
Dwarfish?
it's a human dwarfish
I
town.
don't think so.
It's a human dwarf town. She probably can.
Yeah.
We minimise time spent here. If it is a false alarm, we speak to husband, see the cute little boy, and leave.
Why are you worried
But
about
pull
the
out my
child?
I don't believe that. I don't believe the man left.
Why are you worried about the child, Shamshir?
No, he left.
Do we know how old her child is?
She wasn't lying about that. He left.
Actually, I'm pretty sure she thought she lied when she left. Right?
No. He
no.
thought
I
she lied.
Oh,
Yeah,
only
the other
he's
three.
true
Sorry,
then.
I don't think I made that very clear. It was only.
It was only me.
Okay.
It was
So
only
I rolled
Elder Andrew
really
thought she
bad.
lied at the point he left.
Oh, 'cause you rolled terribly.
Because you
Because I
rolled
rolled two.
terribly.
I
But
see.
you three rolled enough to actually know that she
I essentially
legitimately
mishapped
left.
one check.
Yeah.
That I think what happened is our passive insight caught the twitch about her son.
Okay.
So there's something going on with her son
Hmm.
that us three caught.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Derek thinks that's interesting, but I'm not sure. Again, it's one of those things that's interesting, and I want to stay here and talk to the kid and see what the fuck's going on. But I'm not sure it's just because I'm interested. It's not because I don't think it's anything to do with the.
Well, we can just tell the wife to stay here and we wait because they're about to come back to the farm anyway.
Well, speaking back to common then, I think the rest of us are in agreement. Let's go to the house then.
Oh, now you're talking. I can understand you again.
I don't speak Dwarvish, so I could speak Orc at you if that would make you feel any better.
No.
Just because it's in our letters doesn't mean.
I wonder if you have any fundamental understanding of like what Orc words mean
That's
in Dwarvish.
Might be a certain syllables or something.
How good are you at Italian or Spanish without or Portuguese or anything with a
Yeah, but I mean there are certain words that.
How good are you with insert European language
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Use the Latin alphabet, yes.
Anything that's Latin based. How good?
I know swear words. That's about it.
That's pretty good.
It's something.
Okay. Whilst you guys have been talking
Yes, I know how
to
to
each
say
other
fuck
in
in
other
Vulcan, that's
languages, she's been sort of standing there, sort of smiling. It's definitely a fake smile at this point, and she's a bit like,
What the fuck?
"What the fuck are these people who have just appeared?"
It's okay. I have no idea what they were talking about either.
But then, yeah, you've said you were at the farmstead, so she's like, "Oh, okay." Leaves the water container she's got there and start turning back. Leaves
Well,
you
no.
into it.
You just point us in the right direction and we'll find our way. You have much to get on with. We shouldn't take up more of your time.
We're
Okay.
suggesting she just point us to her house and we walk in.
I'm suggesting we sit on the porch or around.
Saying in Elvish, do we not want to keep an eye on her?
Do we not want this open quickly?
Jumbo again. I don't speak that language. You're trying to talk to
It's
an
the middle
animal
of the
again?
day. It's the middle of the day right now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Like
middle
the
of the
sun's
day.
in the sky, or is it cloudy and overcast?
It's overcast, but it is, it's 1 o'clock. Actually, no. By the time you've got out to here, it's probably closer to 2. Actually,
I mean, they've got to be done soon.
That's all waits at the house.
okay. She sort of just indicates keep going that way, and you'll get to the farmyard. And then she carries on doing the feeding that she's doing.
So
Keep
when
an
she's
eye
feeding, is
over
it
your
just in a
shoulder.
massive open field?
She's feeding at the edge of.
Is there like a little kind of outhouse, or an outhouse, but like a small kind
Yeah, I don't
of
have
shed
eyes
style
on the back of
thing
my
as
head.
well?
It's actually no, it's not. She's just doing
Yes,
it
but I'm
at
standing
troughs at the edge of
Paddock.
the paddock. Yeah.
Okay.
You can turn
We
Or
noticed.
like are there any other buildings, or is it just like fields and paddocks and fences?
She's feeding
For the most part, yeah, it's
That's
just
fine.
open
Okay.
fields, fences, hedges. Apart from the actual farmstead itself, where there's a barn with a little chicken coop behind it.
Any bushes or trees?
for you to fall into.
There's a couple sort of like
Would you
outlining.
be able to hide in them?
Use one of them in tree.
If you want to hide in a bush, you can hide in a bush. Yes.
Glancing
Because
back,
I want to kind of make sure that, by the time she actually doesn't go off wandering.
When we're like alone waiting at the farmhouse, so I did consider asking you to follow her, but it's a little bit too wide open, spacious fields for you to,
Can we still see
Not
her
be
from
seen.
the farmhouse?
even with your skills.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Oh, that's
how
not a
many
problem.
bushes? If it might rain, I might be obscured. I don't know.
At the moment, you can still see her because she's just on the path that goes back to the main town. But I mean, on your way up, there were like paths going off to other fields. But this was the clear like go this way, you get to house, and then you're at the start of trail and whatnot. So you don't know where she's going to head off to next. But when you've passed on, she's literally just when you guys have moved and you're at the farmstead and turned around and looked at her, she's literally just moved to the next field and is doing the same thing. She's not rushing off or quickly. She's just continuing to do the same action she was already doing. If anyone wants to make an insight check to see if she seems panicked or anything, feel free.
Probably not.
You were saying there's a fake smile there anyway.
Yeah, but
Because
that
you
sounds
were all
like
talking in alien language. In front
yeah,
of her.
that's
Yeah.
the pleasant.
That was just
that's
rude.
Nice. Yes.
13.
13. I mean,
I think it would have been rude
Yeah,
to have said
she
what we
doesn't
were
seem
saying
to-
in
she
common.
doesn't
That's
examine
true. Yes.
She's a little
I do explain to what they were
perturbed,
talking about now.
as most people would be when 8 strangers walk up to her, start asking her questions, then start talking in another language. But she doesn't seem
No,
panicked.
Okay.
She's just carrying on with what she was doing.
The language has basically never been around this part as
Yeah.
well because
Yeah.
no elves ever come here.
And she might have heard it though, because humans weren't here until a few years ago.
I think in future Shamshir, maybe not. I know we used another language to disguise what we're saying, but we still shouldn't discuss it in front of people like that when we're talking about things pertaining to them. We should next time, when we notice something like that, just pull us all to one side.
Due to the urgency of what I thought was going on, aka poor Elric being fed to her son in some horrible sadistic cannibalistic ritual.
Oh God,
I
that's
thought
what
that
you meant.
perhaps-
That's
I
what you
that
thought?
Perhaps for
That's
some reason
not
I
where
thought
I
that
thought
she
you'd
was. For
gone.
some reason I thought she was lying. I
Good
thought that
God.
Elric was still here.
Oh,
Luckily,
that's
luckily
so,
that
that's
was
so
not
much
the case.
worse.
Luckily that was not the case.
So much worse.
Whilst the DM does have a penchant for cannibalism, I did think it was more just a case of her son's like, I don't know, simple or blind, you know,
I
some
hope that's
sort
I
of
hope that's the
disability.
case. I hope he doesn't have a very particular
Good God.
palate
Are
for
there-
food. You know.
Are there lots of stories from back where you come from about like cannibalism and rituals and things like that? Because you never told me about them. That's really interesting.
I mean, I don't want to put you completely off my people's culture. The first time I meet
Break
you,
the DM.
we tried to hide
I think
the
someone gets
folktale
inspiration for
stories.
breaking the DM.
But yes, the
That
naughty
one.
children are eaten at certain times of the year.
Ooh, I've got my notebook out to start writing.
Children are eaten. What?
Absolutely. Like, once a year there is a festival.
Bullshit
That's so
they do.
bad. That's a 7.
Just try and
That's,
walk away.
Roll
Anyway.
a d20. Oh shit.
Can I have a piece of paper? I'll just take one of those.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. Post-it notes.
What was just said? I lost
Uh,
track.
Shamshir suggesting things that children are being eaten.
Yeah, that's a 20 on insight.
Kids are delicious.
Was that
What?
Was
We're
that?
gonna need
Young
recording
guns.
of that for out of context reasons.
Babies.
I need that for soundboard. Children are delicious. Children are delicious.
Or not even just the oh delicious, we can replace the first part of anything.
Delicious.
Oh God.
Yeah. You're right, Lily.
Yeah, I'm golden.
7, wasn't it? Or
7. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, then it doesn't matter.
God.
Say,
Frondrek, look, chickens. Do you think you can talk to them as well?
What was it you said, Shamshir? Like the actual
Not right
full
now.
thing you said?
Towards the end there, there's
So what?
there's a
Like
festival
farmers
once a year that the
can make
naughty
a
children will be
shitload of
eaten.
healing potions.
Was that?
They just don't
Back
know
home
the
reference?
secret.
Cool.
And if you want, you guys
That's
can
the
pass those
apothecary. We
notes
go find the
Liam.
mushrooms. We take the chickens.
I'll grab them later. Keep running in there. I'll grab them afterwards.
So you said there's a festival once a year where the naughty children are eaten.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna-
naughty
I'm gonna
children.
ask
I
you,
missed
is
that. I
that
thought it was
something
just
your mother
children.
told you when you were younger?
Yes, it was. It was.
Fair enough.
Does it sound stupid now that you've said it back?
No, it's, at the time, every child would believe what their mother told them.
Yeah. Is this new to you?
No, I believe what my mother tells me as well.
Not that bit. The children eating part.
Quite.
Good. Good.
So half an hour passes.
We have this
You
conversation.
talk to chickens.
During that half an hour,
No.
How do
I
we-
wait to a slightly long conversation, and in halfling, I say, "Oh, can anyone see that dragon up there?" I want to see if anyone reacts.
Just sort of looking at. Do you point?
No, I just
Oh,
say,
okay.
if,
Yeah, I
can,
just sort of
in
look at
halfling,
you.
can anyone see that dragon up there?
What?
Uh huh.
Do you look?
Hmm? I'm not paying attention. I'm looking out to see if I can see the farmers.
Sorry, none of you know Halfling then. Okay.
What tone did you say? Does anyone see that dragon up
I'm
there?
replying in Thieves' Camp.
In halfling.
What?
Tone though, right?
Oh.
What?
Casual.
I thought Thieves' Camp was a written thing.
It's spoken as well.
It's spoken.
Alright.
It just takes 4 times as long to say than it
Anything.
does.
Oh.
So
to
it's,
use
co-
the
it's Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah.
Mm.
Alright, I get it. We all know some exotic language that nobody else knows.
I start.
I
speaking
just thought that the
Brahma.
situation, you know, we needed to quickly use a language she wasn't going to understand, and so what if we annoyed some backwater lady? You know, it doesn't matter if she was upset. Lady. Hey, lady.
It's so odd, Shamshi. You cared enough about these people that you gave up your share of the money for them. Now you're just calling them backwater idiots.
When I
don't
thought that
understand
she
you.
was after like cannibalistic rituals, yeah, I was like,
my God.
whatever. Like,
Back to this again.
Good gods, your
And the
brain
cycle
goes from 0
continues.
to
Half an hour
100
passes.
really
So
quickly.
half an hour
Is it rude?
passes.
I don't understand. Is it rude to talk in your own language in front of some
Yes!
other folk?
Half an hour.
Half an hour
Has
passes.
passed.
You guys cycle through cannibalism.
I'm
Talking
telling
I'm
about
you,
in a quick way.
I'm
I'm
telling
just
you,
like,
the sun
I've
is
just
eating.
left
When he
the
goes
building.
down to
I've already
visit.
done that. I'm looking up for the farmers. I've said that.
No,
Okay.
no crows come to visit. From one of the other
I've
paths
been eaten for parts.
out into the fields,
Oh, yeah,
a very large human male walks in. He's about 6'6".
Fucking hell.
Every human man is
Does he look
large.
like he's been
What are
eating
you
a lot
talking
of protein?
about? Massive.
He is.
No, but is
He
big
is
for a
like
human.
well built. Like he is quite broad.
Even I'm like,
Big
that guy's
unit.
quite
That's-
big.
I mean,
He's a brick outhouse.
yeah, it's a brick outhouse, but it's not abnormal from animal farmer.
no. 6'6" is a little tall.
Well, I mean, he's tall, yeah, but like his actual build is. He's got long braided black hair, and he's got a braided, well-maintained beard.
I should call him
In
a
some
bloke.
respect.
With him is a sort of young adult female, wearing just a simple blue dress. She is carrying one of the feed containers that you saw Layla carrying, Layla rather, and then sort of running around beside them is a not like super young, but definitely
4 to 6.
older than that. It's post toddler, but pubescent. That's the
12.
word.
10-ish.
Yeah, 9, 10, something like that. Who is sort of running around, and then sort of every now and stopping, looking up, doing this, and then just running around again.
So as they're walking up, I'm going to lean into Champion and go, "Hey, look, there's your monster right there, that one."
He's saying that in common out loud. Yeah,
No,
well,
but
so
quietly, so only you can
Like,
hear it.
in your ear.
The man sort of having wandered in, sort of leans over to his daughter and just mutters something to her. You don't hear what he says. You're looking. All he says is, "I'll go put that back in the barn."
Okay.
Oh, you got that feat.
Just because I can read it.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
lips.
it. That was Shade heard that. Yeah, or read the lips.
Yeah. You got
Um,
that feat.
So the daughter heads over. He says, he does say quite loudly at this point the son is starting to just sort of do laps around the farm. He's like, "Galvyn, come here." Wanders up to you guys.
Energetic young tyke, you have that.
Yes. He is the son Galvyn has run up to his dad and sort of standing next to him. The dad is looking at you like quite clearly. It's not quite open hostility, but there's a little bit of
There are heavily
Divulge.
armed individuals on my farm.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
who are you? What are you doing here?
I produce the writ and pass
Yeah.
it to him.
Galvyn is paying you guys no attention at all. He is not even slightly interested. When his dad has called him over, he's come over, and he is just sort of looking up and around and is not looking at you guys at all. In his glance
passes you,
over, but he
you're never the focal
He doesn't
point.
make eye contact or anything like
He's
that.
looking at something, not us.
He's just looking around, paying no attention to you guys. The Sican takes the writ, sort of reads it through. Fair enough. And you're here, I assume, Erik?
Aye.
Cool. He went that way.
Pointing away from town, I assume.
Pointing in the direction.
In the direction of, do you know the path that you're supposed to have taken?
Just double check.
Cool, yeah.
No.
Son of a
Yeah, we
Halfling
were-
special.
We came in. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh!
That's still good.
That's better.
17.
15.
10.
15.
5?
18.
18.
Nice.
I should stop rolling.
For the most part, most of you have got enough. It's that's the direction he's sent. You get the sense that he's not like he's trying to be more forthright than he would normally, just so you get done and dusted.
So there was nothing out of the ordinary of the visit. It was, same time as per normal, same duration, everything.
Yep, everything was the same.
Fantastic. We just have to cover our bases,
Mm-hmm.
And after the visit, you didn't hear anything strange, didn't see anything odd.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing else odd been happening around here.
Apart from the missing animals.
Oh, we fixed that. Don't worry. That won't happen again.
We think.
Not filling with too much confidence there, crew. Like, have your animals disappeared or were they found sliced?
Disappeared. No tracks.
That no
They're
tracks.
Oh, no tracks. Oh,
Are there any holes?
No.
Maybe we haven't fixed that one.
slightly fixed then.
Right. Any more?
How long have they been disappearing for? Check.
I think I've given you this before, but I don't
2
remember.
weeks.
You have.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking.
Yeah, this is me forgetting.
It was 3 weeks ago that the animals disappeared and 2 weeks that they dug into the tunnel, I
That's
think.
cool. Right.
No,
That-
that was for the holes. Not
was
for all
for
the
the
animals.
Not for all the animals. I'm not sure. If I said a previous time, he repeats the same time.
Okay. Wonderful.
Just, I'm not sure where I either haven't written it down or I don't know where I've written it down.
That's classic and I really hate it.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Again, Derek, Shade, and Shamshir, when he was asked if anything else happened, anything strange, or if he's heard or seen anything else since, he said no. That's a lie.
So, young man, what is it you can see? What's behind us? I'm talking to the.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
do exactly the same thing, actually.
Yeah.
What's your kid looking at?
A turn.
There is nothing there.
I
Um,
want to use.
I don't know. Galvyn, stop. Galvyn's like,
I get down on his level.
mm-hmm.
Can I do a medicine check? Or.
Sure,
like
go
a
ahead and make a
religion
medicine
check,
check. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
What was
Something.
the
See
name
if
of your
he's
father's
blessed or
name again,
cursed
sorry?
or whatever it is.
Hmm?
What was the father's name?
Sycan.
How's that spelled?
However you want to spell it.
Sycan.
Sycan, yeah.
SYKAN.
Yeah, I had it as S-E-E. Let me change it.
Can I cast a spell?
Sure,
Detect magic?
sure.
10.
There is magic in the area. So
Okay.
use the activation thing. The magic is coming from all your guys' magic items.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those.
Match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you say 10
10.
on your medicine check? Doesn't seem to be ill.
Yeah.
Not an illness you know.
Mm.
You're not sure.
Well, he otherwise looks healthy.
He looks healthy. Just he's definitely like distracted.
Away with the fairies, as it
Yeah.
Oh, funny. That's exactly what I've written down. Literally, I put in my notes saying Galvyn is looking all
Yeah.
over the place,
So
a bit gone with the fairies.
But you getting in front of him, he has actually like looked at you and sort of looked you up and down, and it's almost like he's just seen you for the first time.
You're going to die. Oh shit, I'm not immortal.
Terrified.
And then he sort of steps to the side and sort of looks past you. And
Is he looking like into the woods or just into the paddocks or the
he
sky?
he appears to just be looking at. It's like he's following something moving.
But it's above our head
Yeah.
level, isn't it?
Yeah, but occasionally his eyesight comes down and across, but you don't seem to be seeing what he's. There doesn't seem to be anything there.
I ruffle his hair and stand back up.
Yes.
Yes.
Stop speaking Elvish.
That was primarily.
Does he talk very much, or always just a slight laugh?
He talks, yeah.
Is this a recent thing that he's just sort of stares into space, or?
No.
Fair enough. How long has it been going on for? It's just always.
Why does that matter?
I'm just curious. It's not something I've seen before.
Okay.
I'm casting a spell.
Cool. You cast a spell.
Cool.
What spell do you cast?
Invisibility.
Cool. You are invisible.
Well,
Suddenly the halfling
I think
disappears.
we've got all we need. We shall be on our way. And
If you can recall anything that was out of the ordinary, perhaps Erik was acting unlike himself as he has in the past. Anything could be useful. We're really looking for him.
Nope, everything was fine with Erik.
Insight.
Go for it.
Insight on the nope. Not that everything was fine with Erik, but like that he couldn't tell us anything more.
Sure, make an insight
Well,
check.
I guess he's kind of already got that.
Hey!
Nat 20.
Yeah.
26.
should anything come to mind after we've left, you can find us at the Heavenly Hall.
You are, as you're talking to him, he is very slightly moving between you and his son. He definitely knows there was more to it. He's not lying, like him and his wife haven't lied about the fact that Erik left town. But he is lying about knowing more information.
I really wish I had.
But you also get the sense that
Yeah.
he's lying about it because he doesn't think it's important. He thinks it's not. It's like he's been told something or heard something, and as far as he's concerned, that can't be the truth. So he's not repeating it because he doesn't think it's right.
Through disbelief.
Yeah, discarding it as hearsay.
But you get the sense that it's something to do with his kid, with the way that he's sort of slightly adjusting, not like openly, but there is a sort of like, you know, hand comes down to rest on his shoulder and he sort of slightly nudges him behind him and whatnot. The dad sort of does react to you turning invisible. The kid doesn't, but he doesn't look at you.
Yeah, but I'm going to try and get in his eye line now.
Okay. Yeah, you get in his eye line. He continues his eye movements as he was. He's not moving his head now because his dad's hand is on his head.
Right.
But he's still watching.
His
whatever
eyes
it is.
But if I get in front of his eyes,
Yep.
he's still just looking straight through
He's
me
looking
at
straight
something
through
else.
you at something else, yeah.
Okay, so he's not looking right.
I
Yeah, he is not seeing something invisible.
Yeah.
Were his eyes normal colours?
Yes.
I pick up the halfling because I can see you. And
I see you do.
Try it.
So athletics.
You're making athletics. You make acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit! You're gonna get picked up.
I got a 20.
For a total of.
But probably not with a
For a
negative.
total
I'm
of.
getting picked up.
Okay.
Acrobatics was it?
Athletics.
Oh, athletics, so it's just 20.
Oh,
Yeah, I get
Cool.
picked up.
Ink.
Screaming.
So I pick up the halfling and go, we'll be on our way then.
We'll be on our way with my invisible child.
What
Are
are
you
you
mocking this farmer? Are you mocking this farmer and his boy?
Yeah.
I'm sure we hear a slight protest out of you as I do this.
Nope.
Just. I don't want to know. Thank you for
I
your
start
time.
wandering the direction
no,
he said.
before we leave, I'm sorry, my friend. In my line of work, I'm quite accustomed to having
I've
to
already
ask
gone out and
people
put you down outside.
intrusive questions, and I can tell you're holding out on us a little bit. Whether it's not an attack on you, I simply wish to find this missing person for his well-being. Anything
yours.
you could tell us, whether it's related to him, the missing acolyte, or your family, anything that was different that day. I need you to tell me.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, 18.
18.
That's the one normally +2 because I get proficiency.
Sican says, I don't have anything else to tell you. From down by near his sort of his waist, you hear a small voice as Galvyn
Yes.
says, huh, the monsters took you at the forest.
Snap.
Okay,
Galvyn.
that's incredibly important what you just said there.
What monsters, young sir?
I didn't see.
Okay.
So how do you know?
Because I saw.
Okay. That's clear as mud, but at the same time very helpful.
Galvyn, thank you. That is excellent news, and you have done well. Hopefully, we will find this missing acolyte, but you must always make sure that the monsters
Wait.
don't see you.
That is of utmost importance.
What did they look like?
You didn't see them.
I didn't see them,
But you saw them.
but I saw them. Yes.
Okay.
I'm there now because he dragged me off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So-
I'm sorry about dragging you out because I
How
regret
did
it
they
too now.
take him?
He was walking, and then he wasn't.
Did he go upwards? Did he go sideways? Did he go downwards?
He fell over, and then he was just gone.
So he fell over and then disappeared.
Maybe the monsters knocked him over and took him away.
That's what I'm thinking.
What are you looking at?
Ah,
What do those look like? What you're looking
Explain.
at?
Can you describe them to us, Galvyn?
At this point, I put my head back in the door and go, "What's going on?"
I don't think we're inside. I think we're
No, we've been outside the whole time.
We're still out in
farmyard,
the
yeah.
courtyard. Or
He never invited you inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
okay. Then
Yeah.
I
He just marched up to you and farmyard and was like, "The
So as
fuck?"
far as I'm concerned, you walked out the gate essentially.
yeah, I
out
just
the
sort of turned
enclosure.
around and going, "What on earth are you doing?"
Hold on!
come.
We cannot quiz the child too much.
I put you
That's
down.
a
so
lie.
you could have
That's
run
a lie.
away.
That's
That's
a
right,
just
go back in.
fun.
Yeah.
They've got wings.
Okay.
And they've got legs. Sometimes they have legs. Sometimes it's tails. And
What
they're
colour are they?
blue, or they're green, or they're purple, or they're red.
Ring any
It
bells
doesn't
to
mean
anyone?
anything to any of
Yeah.
us.
Where's that
Okay.
halfling?
Black, or all the colours.
Oh shit.
You know what has
It's like
wings,
such a
tails,
kid.
legs,
Yeah,
and is
what?
multicoloured?
Yeah, does that? And
Does
is
that
it
description sound at all familiar?
Fuck no.
No.
Well, it
Feel
sounds
free
familiar
to
to me.
insight check the kid though.
No.
23.
23.
What? The nuts? What the
He.
Oh God, I'm 21.
Nice.
There is definitely something fundamentally wrong with this child.
Well, no shit.
No shit, yeah, I've got that.
But I mean, you're having a conversation with him. He does seem with it. Just
He's sort of like speaking in. He's not speaking in the sort of way you'd expect someone to build a sentence.
yes, you're sort of. He's saying stuff and he understands what it is he's saying and what he is meaning to say.
But it doesn't.
But there
Right.
seems to be whether just the way his thought process goes, he doesn't think in the same way, so he's not producing the words in the same
It's
way.
not cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Or-
it is, but it isn't. I mean, if you were to put like a real word term to it, it would be something akin to autism.
That's what I was about
Yeah.
to say. It sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Galvin, can you draw? You good at drawing?
Sometimes.
Do you think you could draw one of these things for us?
Oh no, they change.
An example of one then.
I can try.
Aye. Where's Derek?
Um,
Where's that invisible son of a...
Well, we know he's of his presence. He's just invisible.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
I
there.
can't-
He didn't hide.
Can I borrow your notebook for a second? Just one page.
Are we?
Just tear a page out so we can draw one of the things.
Don't rip up a book. What's
All right,
wrong
give
with
him
you?
give him the book then.
No, it's my book.
Oh dear lord.
As we know that he went missing near the forest now, I will at least start to
There's
go
the
ahead.
writ. Use the back of it.
The back of the writ.
Wait, no, hang on. I think I have a book in my thing.
Fantastic.
As much as we
Just
need
give
a
the kids some
child's
paper
picture
and
of the
pencil.
monsters that we're looking for, I think I will start to go look for the monsters. So I would quite like to start walking ahead towards where
If
the
you could
actual
find the
forest is.
tracks,
I've
you will
got quill
capture.
and ink.
As you start
Wonderful.
making your
Get
way-
him to draw it. I'm gonna
Over.
go with you.
Galvyn looks at Shade and Aegis and goes, now there are 3. One
Elves.
or 2, really.
I don't like the sound of that.
I leave with Shamsha. Yeah. So we're leaving. Get the kid to draw an example of
I'm
that.
gonna
Cool.
leave
Okay.
these
Right.
for the kids. Yeah, I'm gonna leave
Father.
it.
Oh yeah.
I implore with the father to let the
Yes. Sican has sort of initially he was like trying to stop the conversation, but as it just kept going and going and going, he sort of like
This is
like visibly shrunk. It's
On
like
the way out, I will just quickly say to him, "I'm sorry, but thank you for your time. That's incredibly helpful what they're doing right now."
he looks like he's not happy.
No.
He was. It's very easy to tell he was very much trying to keep that whole
Yeah.
thing out of
I'm gonna slip
knowledge.
him 5 gold.
Fair.
Whilst that's happening, has he always been like this?
Hmm.
Okay. That's okay then.
Okay. So he draws with his quill, which is surprisingly good with a quill for
they're not drawing tools, they're writing tools. So
yeah, he's surprisingly good. Doesn't really look like anything once he's finished with it.
does it look like one of those psychiatrists sort of ink
Essentially,
splash things?
yeah,
The Rorschach test.
yeah,
Rorschach
yeah. It's sort of just like shapes put together more than anything. And if you sort of hold it at a distance and squint, you can sort of see there's some wings. But you're not sure if there's like 2 wings, 4 wings, or 8 wings. And then there's there's legs. Again, there might be 2 legs, there might be 4 legs, there may be 10 legs.
That would definitely carry
Scary.
water.
Feywild
I'm up for this
bullshit
now.
going on there.
There's definitely a head with eyes and what might be a mouth, but it might just be another eye.
No horns.
No horns, no.
Sounds like an insect.
Hmm.
I mean, just looking at it, it's sort of it doesn't really look like anything.
I'd like to ask the dad,
Mm.
has the kid ever witnessed something that he's never seen in a similar net way of this?
No.
Because
He's
it's my understanding he never saw the elf, but he still witnessed this event.
You're not-
Not
you're
the
not
elf,
there.
the
Human.
human. Sorry,
Acolyte.
well,
the acolyte.
yeah. No, he he only sees something that he's there to see. He's never saw something he wasn't around for. I've not. He said that phrase before. I don't know what it means.
But he was
don't-
aware. But he was still aware of the disappearance before anyone told him, or before he should have known.
Yes, but the same day was one of the days he was out in the fields when he shouldn't have been. I don't know whether what he did or didn't see.
So he was okay. That gives us a bit more.
So maybe it's just a child pretending maybe he didn't do what he was told not to do.
He still knew of something before he should have.
He may have been in the fields. That's what I mean. If he says he saw it but he didn't see it, it's because he did see it but he shouldn't have seen it. You know how children are.
Okay, let's
Not really.
see what we can find first. And
Oh, they're like that. Thank you for your time, Galvyn.
Are you going to find the 3rd one?
We were planning on it.
Do you know where he is?
He was at the forest.
He
And
was at
then
the forest as
He
well.
fell over.
Oh god.
That's what I was worried about.
We have to go right now. Thank you for your time.
When was this, Galvyn?
Yesterday.
Right now.
We've already
gone.
It's me. Thank you.
And he just goes back to watching whatever it is this small child can see.
I turn back. Can you speak to them?
I speak to them, they don't speak to me. Yeah.
I'm gonna regret it. Can you speak to them now?
Hello.
Oh, he speaks to them in common. He
Yeah.
doesn't. Cool, great.
It just continues to watch it.
Okay.
And I
You guys run.
drag you off.
Yeah. We
catch
hurry
up.
up. We have an elf problem.
We believe the kid might have maybe not, but has seen him fall over in the forest as well.
Oh, do the same
Yes.
disappearing shit.
Yes.
So we have to hurry.
Okay then.
Any
That
traps?
changes things.
I'm already on it.
Shamshir, go ahead and make a survival check
Can I
as
help
you
him?
look for traps.
I
Yes,
also,
you can
I also
help
tell
him.
them
This
this
gives you
happened.
advantage.
With advantage. It's not
This
a bad
happened
start, to be
yesterday
honest.
sometime.
Yeah,
Probably
this
not
happened
gonna-
Oh, well.
yesterday.
Never
So
mind.
you're looking for yesterday's tracks.
16.
16. Looking around, there are a lot of tracks. I mean, you guys are. What I'm assuming is you're looking for like Eric's tracks, but you've got most of that thing. It's when you sort of headed out into the fields.
Yeah.
Is when you're going to proper start looking for signs of tussles.
It
Evidence
was
of someone
raining.
falling over.
Yeah,
It was raining yesterday,
it was.
so the assumption is that would be the deepest footprints, maybe.
So are you looking for where Erik disappeared, or are you just going straight to the forest and attempting to find stuff in the
Where
edge of the
Erik
forest?
disappeared.
Okay,
Well, it's
that was 4 days ago.
That's fine.
But it sounded like it was one and the same place.
Yeah, it sounded like it was the same spot. It's a.
No. I'm assuming what's happened first is that you three have gone. You followed Eric's path and you're looking for Eric's tracks.
Yes.
I thought that's what this check was.
Yeah.
Because
the
when
forest.
we
Yeah.
when we-
I'm
when we
just,
catch up, then-
what I'm suggesting is that where Erik went and where the elf went are one and the same.
The
That's
elf
what I'm saying as well.
he-
Oh, I don't.
I think you missed the elf. He said just fell down at the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Erik fell down in the fields.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Different bit.
Different
Right.
bit. Cool.
Yeah.
Creepy.
But same
We
outcome.
have
Same-
to tell
same.
them to search a different bit for the.
So when we
other
left,
tracks.
we were looking for where Erik had fallen over into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have left, but you two could run, catch up with them, and
Well, we still need to, because the forest is at the end of this path, isn't it, basically?
Well, it goes alongside it, so we're just gonna make a detour off.
It sounds like it would be easier to try and find the single human, elvish, whatever tracks in the forest than it would be to find 4-day-old ones in a field.
it has also just been. It was raining the day before.
That too.
The assumption would be that they are in the same place. Unless there were two people knocking people out and dragging them away.
Let's just walk in the forest and see what happens.
Well, there isn't evidence of anyone being dragged, so.
We were told the same monsters captured both, so in this case I would go for the fresher tracks.
Yes.
Let's do that then.
Cool. So you're just gonna.
Oh, we can't see him because he's invisible still.
I can though.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys are gonna make your
Oh,
way.
it probably
How are
wears
you
off
laughing
like
at?
any second now, so eventually I just can't see him.
Oh, because you used the thing. Yeah.
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 I mean, that's like 10 minutes, so it's probably half the time for the kid to draw us to catch up with them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys make your way out towards the forest, sort of aiming for the eastern side of it, and I guess aiming for the point where the forest is closest
Yes.
to that path. Awesome. As you guys make your way over there, I think that will be a good time to call the session.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Again, hopefully you have enjoyed all of the things. As I said before, go check out social medias, Destai, Christopher, Patreon, Twitch, Discord, through Patreon, all the fun places, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.